A very good morning to one and all. I, Ajit B., Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, with pride and privilege, welcome you all to this webinar series, WISE 2020. Today, we have with us a dynamic and vibrant personality, Mr. Prashant Kudekar, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, for the webinar series WISE 2020. I wholeheartedly welcome our beloved HOD, Principal, and the management to this event. I extend a warm welcome to Ms. Pranamya K., Assistant Professor and Convener of this webinar series. I welcome all my fellow faculty and staff members of SJEC to this session. With great pleasure and respect, I welcome all the participants present here who are the main pillars of the great success of this session. Thank you. We have with us our beloved HOD, Dr. Yajneshwaran B., who is the major driving force in conducting such splendid event. We are now in the verge of much awaited event to begin. Before we start, let me take a moment to introduce our resource person of the session. Mr. Prashant Kudekar completed his engineering from University BTD College of Engineering, Davangere, Karnataka, and MTech in Environmental Engineering Specialization at Basveshwara Engineering College, Bagalkot, Karnataka. He has about 3 years of industrial experience in the field of civil engineering. Currently, he is working as an assistant professor in our Department of Civil Engineering since 2015. His current research interests include design of low-cost water purification unit for rural Karnataka and India, generation of biodiesel using composite material and analysis, treatment of leachate by electrocoagulation, stream water quality analysis. He has bagged Best Paper Presentation Award in the International Conference on Emerging Trends in Engineering and Technology Bengaluru, held on 31st May 2015. The feedback link will be posted in the chat box at the end of the question and answer session, which will be held. The question and answer session will be conducted by me and Ms. Pranamya K. We are eager to listen to your session, sir. Sir, the platform is yours.
Thank you very much, Ajit, for a beautiful introduction. A very good morning to all the dear participants. I once again wholeheartedly welcome you all to this webinar series WISE 2020. Civil engineering is such a vast subject which cannot be briefed in 60 minutes, right? So I will try my best to just touch upon the creamy layer of civil engineering. So the topic for today is the insights into civil engineering. So I will brief about the history of civil engineering, the role of a civil engineer in the development of our country, and the syllabus or the curriculum that civil engineers will be learning in the 4-year process. Now, the very first question is, what is engineering? So this will be arising in the very young engineering aspirants. That is, what is engineering? So I have a small definition, that is, engineering is the use of scientific principles to design and build machines and structures. Okay, so this term engineering or engineering is derived from engineer. Okay, so engineer in the very olden days or in the ancient era, engineer was a person who used to handle the military engines. The person who is handling the military engines was called as an engineer. So from this term engineer, it is being derived, that is engineering. Okay, and the Latin name for this engineer is ingenium. So this is about engineering. So next, let me go to what is civil engineering in particular and why to become a civil engineer. So to get this answer, that is why to become a civil engineer, so we will enjoy the session, or we will explore what is the role of a civil engineer and what are the benefits of being a civil engineer. Okay, so as I told you, the term engineer was derived in a very olden age. Especially it was called for the military engineers, but later when the engineers started to design structures or bridges and got matured as a technical discipline, the term civil engineering entered into the field. Now it has been said that civil engineering is mother of all engineering branches. It is very true. Since civil engineering is the very oldest branch, it is called the mother of all engineering. So there are n number of engineering streams, like we have mechanical engineering, we have computer science engineering, electronics, electricals, etc. So now the stream has been very vast. So it is being said that civil engineering, since it is been the founding engineering, so it is called the mother of all engineering branches. So let me just take you to the history. So this civil engineering is started from around 2500 BC, before Christ. Okay, so Imhotep, the first documented engineer who built the pyramid. Right. Likewise, in the 3rd century BC, the Archimedes principle, a scientific approach to physical and mathematical problems, which was applicable to civil engineering. Then later in the 7th century, we have Brahmagupta, an Indian mathematician who used arithmetics in excavation computation. So likewise, in 1747, the National School of Bridges and Highways, France, was the first engineering school which was set up or established. Likewise, in India, in 1847, Department of Civil Engineering started in Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee. And in 1917, Department of Civil Engineering was started in the University Vishweshwara College of Engineering, which is very popularly known as UVC Bengaluru. So this is a brief history of civil engineering. So we have a very great and a very long history. We will just go through it. So now, we shall just look into the olden or the ancient era structures to understand civil engineering better. Okay, so according to me, construction is taught by nature. So when we see all such images, so we can recall that, or we can imagine that this construction would be possible only because of the nature. So nature has helped us in tremendous way to contribute our efforts in getting sophisticated facilities. Okay, so the first one that I'm showing, the first picture that I'm showing is Bhimbetka caves. Okay, so this Bhimbetka caves is in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, it is one of the UNESCO heritage site. So you can see this cave, which is a very old cave. So here people used to reside. Okay, so it is said that this cave exhibits the earliest traces of human life on Indian subcontinent and the existence of Stone Age. So this was an example, or this was a live monument which gave us a brief example about the cave. So likewise, you can see a tree root bridge in Meghalaya, where the people used to tie these roots together and they used to make a bridge and they used to walk over it to cross the river when it is flooded, when it is full. So this is how nature has taught us how to construct. Okay. Next, we know about the Indus civilization. So in this Indus civilization, we had two major cities called as Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. So you all are familiar with Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. So Harappa and Mohenjo-daro were the two major cities in the Indus civilization. So in Harappa, and Mohenjo-daro, we had a well-planned layout. There was a good sewerage system there, and they had the technology to overcome flood or to retain the flood that is being caused by nature. So this was such a talent was prevailing in those days. So this is an example for 3000 BC. Okay. So likewise, we have Sanchi Stupa again in Madhya Pradesh, which is constructed by King Ashoka. This is also a stone structure, a very powerful stone structure with a huge dome. Okay, so these are the few images of the history. Then we have few cave temples. One is a cave temple in Mahabalipuram, which is there in the district Kanchivaram, Tamil Nadu. So here you can see the pillars. So now you can see the columns. So these pillars were the stepping or the foundation stones for us to understand about the columns. And likewise, we have the Badami caves, which is situated in Karnataka, Bagalkot district. So these are the very excellent examples for civil engineering. So likewise, we can see a plane table survey in the Union College in the year 1795, where the engineers are involved in doing the survey. Survey is very essential for a civil engineering stream. And in the one more picture, you can see George John Smeaton, okay, from from England, UK. He was the first proclaimed civil engineer, and he is also called as the father of civil engineering because of his extreme or because of his contribution towards the civil engineering. He used to design bridges, lighthouse, canals, etc. in the very old days in the 1700. Okay, in 1720, from 1724 till 1765. So this is about the history. Then, as I told you, construction is taught by nature. So nature has helped us to know more about construction and also to get more idea about the construction. So one best example is nature has inspired building structures. So we call it as biomimicry. So according to this, so you can see here we have a bird's nest. So similar to bird's nest, there is an Olympic stadium which is being constructed in Beijing, China. Okay, so this is how we civil engineers get inspired by nature in construction. Okay, now coming to the role of civil engineer. So what is the role of a civil engineer? So once you get graduated and you become a civil engineer, what is your role in the society? So we have tremendous roles. We have extremely very high roles in leading the country towards development, because infrastructure plays a very important role from the point of being developed country. Okay, so a few roles have been listed. That is, civil engineers play a major role in the development of nation, as I previously said. One is infrastructure, that includes roads, railways, bridges, airports, ports, tunnels, etc. Then we civil engineers are responsible for providing housing facility to the society, then providing clean drinking water and sanitation system. Likewise, we have a responsibility to provide a good solid waste management system. You might have heard about uh, the difficulties that Bangalore has faced in recent past years about the solid waste management. And we are also responsible for the air pollution control and the air quality standards to be maintained. Okay, and likewise, we are also very responsible for maintaining the environment. Okay, so these are the roles of a civil engineer. So next is the basic needs of human are fulfilled by civil engineers. Like one is shelter. So civil engineers are responsible for providing good housing facility. Next, air. We are responsible for the air quality index, monitoring of air quality, checking the air quality standards, and also designing the air quality equipments. Next, water. Civil engineers are responsible for designing a treatment unit for safe drinking water as well as waste water. And of course, food. We give a good irrigation system so that water reaches the farmland through canal, dams, reservoir, etc. So directly or indirectly, we are connected to all the basic needs of human. So civil engineers play a crucial and very important role in building a nation. Now, what makes civil engineering so interesting? So what are those facts and figures which makes engineering, especially civil engineering, so interesting? So let us explore this. Now you know about these wonders. Wonders would not be possible without the contribution from civil engineers. Okay, so civil engineers like alignment of the structure, foundation of the structure, execution of the structure, planning, and the material. So for all this, some engineering knowledge is required. So you can see all these seven wonders. The latest seven wonder is uh, the statue, that is the Christ statue, which was constructed recently. So this is constructed using steel and concrete. Okay, so this is a recent construction, and all the remaining constructions are very old. Okay, but this statue, which is there in Brazil, this is a latest wonder of the world. It is the seventh wonder of the world, where the role of civil engineer is very important in the construction of this statue of Jesus in Brazil. Okay, so this is one thing. I would like to make a statement here. Civil engineers and architects are the two faces of the same coin. So both are very important in the field of construction. Okay, so here you can see this Taj Mahal. This is also one of the seven wonders. We are very proud that it is in India. So here you can see the structural and the architectural beauty. Okay, architectural beauty, the credit goes to the architects, and the structural beauty, the credit goes to civil engineer. So here, what I want to focus is to make this structure stand very stable on the shores of river. A very good or a very strong foundation is required. So civil engineers provide a good foundation for such structures. So here you can see it is laid on a very good, a very strong pile foundation. So due to this good foundation, the statue is living for long and it will live for long. Because when you construct anything on the shore of the river, so there will be a huge hydrostatic pressure as also the effect from the flood and wind. So to withstand all this, you need some engineering techniques, especially civil engineering techniques, to build such a huge monument over such a good foundation. So likewise, we know about this, the world's tallest statue, which was constructed by L&T, which is one of the reputed construction company. Okay, so Statue of Unity, which was inaugurated in the year 2018. So this is an example of the civil engineering monument or the capability of a civil engineer to finish a task in a very short time. So this was done in a very short period. The total estimated cost of this project was around 2,000 crores. And I have few amazing facts of this statue, like around 1,80,000 cubic meter of cement concrete was used in making this construction. And about 5,700 tons of steel is being used for making this Statue of Unity. Okay, so this is ranked to be the world's tallest statue, and around 18,500 tons of reinforcement steel is being used here. Around 3,000 plus laborers and top engineers are being recruited or hired during the construction of this pride of India. Okay, so this is one example. The next example is the Chenab Bridge, which is under construction in Jammu and Kashmir. So this is the world's highest rail bridge, and we are very proud that this is in India. And the construction is under progress by Konkan Railway. Okay, so this bridge is at a height of around 359 meters. So you can see the Eiffel Tower, it is 324 meters. This bridge is 35 meters greater than the Eiffel Tower. Okay, so this is the power of civil engineer. Very soon, this bridge will be inaugurated, I guess, in the year 2021. So the very proud engineer who is looking or who is taking care of this project is Shri Sai Baba Uncle from Konkan Railway. Then we have few more examples of the marble structures which civil engineer construct or build. So one among that is the tallest residential building in India. It is called the Lodha, the Park. So there are few technical specification of this. This building is having around 78 floors located in the heart of a city in Mumbai, uh, where it is having an area of around 17.5 acres. So in this 17.5 acres, around 7 acres of land is for landscaping, for garden. So architect is Goa and the developers is Lodha developers. It is having a parking of around 4,389 vehicles. A parking garage is such a huge, and which makes a difference. So this is one example of the extreme civil engineering. And we know this, we have a lotus temple in New Delhi where you can see the beauty of the architect as well as the engineering. So how beautifully this lotus temple is being constructed. You can see the petals, these petals are being made up of marble, and laying this on a very good foundation is very important. Likewise, let me show you a few more pics. We have these two powerhouse. One is the Sansad Bhavan or the Parliament, then Vidhana Saudha. So these are all these constructions uh, are a part of civil engineer. Then you can see this civil engineers have a power to convert any land into a miracle destiny. So you can see Dubai, the pictures then and now. So in 1991, how Dubai was, and in the year 2020, how Dubai is. So there is a huge change. So this change was possible with the help of civil engineers. Okay, so we have that power. Civil engineers have a power to convert any land could be converted into a miracle destiny. So one good example is you can see the artificial shore here, seashore, the Palm Island, or what you call it as Jumeirah. So this you can see where around 16,000 people can be accommodated. So this is an artificial island which has been constructed in Dubai. Okay, so this is the power of civil engineering. So the structures beyond imagination, you can imagine any type of structures. We make it possible. So we have a power to make any imaginations into reality. So such structures, we have many such structures. For example, you can see this Metropole Parasol, which is there in Spain. This is the world's largest wooden structure. Okay, this is a market in Spain. So you can see the architectural beauty. So architect play a very important role in giving such a beautiful architectural beauty, and civil engineers make it happen or make it come true. So likewise, we have a wave-shaped structure in Canary Island. We have donut building. You can see this donut building. It is situated in China. So these are few marvels which are being constructed by civil engineers. Then we have a steel bridge, Yangtze River, across Yangtze River. We have the world's largest airport, the Dazing International Airport in China. And the contribution of civil engineer is major in the construction of airports. Then we have this Three Gorges Dam, which is built across the Yangtze River in China again. So this is the world's highest power generation station is situated in this Three Gorges Dam. So where around 101.6 terawatt of power is being generated. Likewise, you can see the dancing house, Regu. So there are n number of buildings. I have taken few, and there are n numbers. So this is the Leaf House, designed by SJK Architects, which is situated in Mumbai. This is the Bandra Worli Sea Link. Okay, so the design of this bridge, construction, execution, everything is done by a civil engineer. So this is a cable stayed bridge with a length of around 5.6 kilometers. So such a long bridge with a height, it is constructed above around 126 meter from the sea and with a width of 40 meters. Okay. So like we have the world's largest road tunnel, that is Lardal Tunnel, with a length of around 24.5 kilometers. So the interesting fact here is around 25 lakh cubic meter of rock was being removed under the construction of during the construction of this Lardal Tunnel. Okay, so civil engineers play a crucial role and they can change the world completely. And of course, you all know this. This is Antalya, the house of the richest person of India, the richest person of the Asia continent, and also the fifth world's richest person, Mr. Mukesh Ambani. Okay, so this construction is also an example for the extreme engineering which is done by civil engineers. So this is a 27-story building, a residential building. The estimated cost is around 12,000 crores, that is $2 billion. Okay, with all the luxury amenities in this. And the one more interesting fact is it has a capacity to withstand earthquake also of a scale around 7.5 in the Richter scale. So this is the power of a civil engineer who can convert anything into a miracle. Now, let me just take you to the academics. So what do we study in civil engineering? Okay. What are the core subjects that we are going to study and how these subjects will help us in constructing the marvels which we have seen in the previous slides. So we will look into that. So first, I will just brief you about the civil engineering course details. So this civil engineering course is a 4-year course with 8 semesters. In this, we have survey camp where students go to site. They get a hands-on experience how to use the survey equipments, especially total station. So 2 week survey camp we will be having where you get a field experience or you can say a hands-on experience to use all the survey equipments, right? Then we have frequent industrial visits. Every semester we have industrial visits, technical talks, motivational talks, which will be organized to get insights on the field practices that the industries and construction industries followed these days. Then we have a 4-week internship program, which is being made compulsory by the university. So by this internship program, students will be ready for industry. Okay. Then at the last, you have project work where you do industry-oriented project, field project, community-oriented projects, multidisciplinary projects, etc. Okay, so this project work will help you to get more insights and to get enhance your knowledge in the field of practical. Okay, so this is about the course details that is there in civil engineering. Then from the point of academics, we have core civil engineering subjects are there. We have professional electives are there. Then open electives are there. If you're interested in learning other subjects other than civil engineering subjects, then there is an option for open electives. You can take up those subjects. It might be from computer science, or it might be from ENC, it might be from E&D, mechanical, etc. So you can opt those subjects and you can study those subjects even you are a civil engineer. And there are a number of laboratories which will give us the practical knowledge of the theoretical learning. So let me brief you about the core engineering, civil engineering subjects that you will be studying in civil engineering. So one is surveying. So we will be studying about surveying, which is very important to establish the points on the ground or to transfer the points that are there in the plan to the ground. Okay, surveying plays a very important role, and you'll be studying surveying, different types of surveying, the advantage of surveying, and etc. Then you'll be studying about the building materials, different building materials which are being used in the construction. Nowadays, we have sustainable building materials, alternate building materials. So you'll be studying those different building materials, their strength, etc. Then we have a subject called as geology, where we will be studying about the rocks, the properties, and the application of those rocks, how we can use those rocks in our construction. Likewise, we have soil mechanics, the study of earth. We have fluid mechanics, study of water, strength of materials. You'll be studying the strength of different civil engineering materials which are used in construction, like steel, brick, cement, etc. Then we have a subject called as concrete technology. These days you can find all the structures are constructed using concrete. So concrete is a major civil engineering material these days. So we have a subject called as concrete technology, where it will help us to explore more about concrete technology and its application. Then we have structural analysis. So any structure to exist or stand, we need this structural analysis. So you'll be studying about the structural analysis, steel components in the structures and its behavior under the impact of load, etc. Then we have a steel design, then RCC drawings, that is a reinforced concrete cement drawings. Then we have a study about roads, tunnels, ports, airports. Then subject related to environmental engineering, like water supply engineering, supplying clean water to the society, wastewater treatment engineering, estimation and costing, and construction management. So these are the few core subjects that you will be studying during your civil engineering course. So likewise, there are few elective subjects which you can opt for. If you are interested, you can opt for pavement design, advanced concrete technology, or advanced foundation engineering, or you can opt for ground improvement techniques, principle of bridges, urban transportation, solid waste management, earthquake engineering, air pollution, pavement design, and there are many more. Okay, so these are the elective subjects which you can opt for, and you can study and you can master those subjects, and you can find a very good career. So laboratories, we have surveying lab, surveying practice lab, building material testing lab is there, geology laboratory is there, soil testing lab is there, we call it as geotechnical engineering lab, highway material testing lab, water testing lab, and CAD, computer aided design and drawing lab. So these are the laboratory facilities which are available for civil engineers to study more about the material of construction. Then specializations. So the only branch in engineering which is having 20 plus specializations. So civil engineering is the only branch where there are more than 20 specializations. If you want to do higher studies, if you want to pursue MTech, you have vast option. So I have listed few, like we have environmental engineering. You can master in environmental engineering, like water treatment, wastewater treatment, air pollution, solid waste management, etc. or you can master in geotechnical engineering, that is the study of soil. You can master in computer aided design of structures. You can master in water resource engineering, construction management and technology, geoinformatics, ground engineering, structural engineering, transportation engineering, and many more. Okay, so civil engineering is the only branch which will give you a vast opportunity from the point of higher studies. Now, coming to civil engineering at SJC. So, civil engineering in SJC started in the year 2012 with the intake of 60 students, and we have around 4 batches which have been passed out, and students are being recruited and placed in very good companies. They are doing very well now. So, we will look into civil engineering at SJC now. So, this is about our department. So, SJEC has a very excellent faculty members who are being certified from IUCE International Engineering Educator Program. So in civil engineering also we have around 7 faculty members who have been certified from the International Engineering Educator Certification Program. Next, we have a very good infrastructure, state-of-art laboratories and smart classrooms. We have a research center, and from this research center, students get opportunity to do industry-oriented projects, and they also get fundings from different funding agencies. So around 7 projects of civil engineering are being funded by KSCST and VTU. So we follow the active learning strategies. New pedagogies are being used in regular classroom, like flipped classrooms, collaborative learning, think, pair, share, etc. New pedagogy, we use new pedagogies for better understanding of the students. We have learning management system like Google Classroom, Canvas, etc. And very important thing is our performance. So we have very good university ranks and gold medal. So around 3 students have received gold medals from VTU. So recently we have received the first rank in civil engineering. Okay. So this is about the department in SJC, that is St. Joseph Engineering College. So the golden girl of Miss Mahima S. Rao, she has secured first rank with 13 gold medals. This is a record-breaking achievement which she has done. She has passed out last year, and she has awarded this during the 19th annual convocation held. So these are the list of the gold medals she has received for her extraordinary academic performance. And we have few more gold medalists from our department. Mr. Alan Baptist, who has received the Engineer SM Panchagatti Gold Medal in the year 2017. We have Miss Ashmita, who has received a gold medal, that is Dr. Malati Kesari Gold Medal in the year 2017, and Mahima, record-breaking 13 gold medals. So this shows the academic excellence in SJEC. So here we have the list of faculty members who are being certified from IUCEP International Engineering Certification Program. Our HOD, Dr. B. Agneshwaran, Bhavya, Govinda Krishna, Mr. Manjunath, myself, and Sachin. So these many faculty members have been certified from International Engineering Education Program. So with this certification, we are able to introduce new pedagogies so that student can easily learn the subject and they can excel in their academics as well as in the career. So here we have list of few sponsored student projects. We have around 7 projects which have been sponsored around 3 from KCST, and this year we have received grants for 2 projects and 2 more projects from VTU funding. Okay, students receive these fundings, they do their project using these fundings, and this project helps them to excel in their career. And civil engineering at SJEC has got MOUs with Marine Project Private Limited, Marian Project Private Limited, and Master Plannery. So with this MOUs, we are able to have good activities like industrial visits, exchange of students, then technical talks, field projects, internship. So this is helping us in good ways. So we are directly connected to the industry so that students can get more exposure towards what they are learning in the college. So these are the few activities which are conducted through the MOUs and through the student association, that is Nirman. Industrial visit to New Mangalore port, industrial visit to water treatment plants so that student can see how the treatment of water is being done. Students have visited to Master Plannery, Puttur, and many more, many more. Now coming to careers in civil engineering. So civil engineering has got universe of opportunities. Okay, so the opportunities are vast. So let us look into that. Now, before that, once you finish your civil engineering course, so what could be your designation? So when you start working, so you can either get a designation as a site engineer or a planning engineer, depending upon the area of your interest. If you're very good at structures, then you'll be designated as a structural engineer. You can work as a structural engineer in the firm. If you're very interested in estimation, then you can be an estimator. If you're very good in mathematics, billings, then you can be a billing engineer, surveyor, quantity surveyor, procurement engineer, quality engineer, planning engineer. So these are the different posts that a civil engineer gets once he gets graduated from the college. Okay. Yeah. Next, what are the different career options that are available for civil engineer? We have field jobs like opportunity. We have opportunities in government sector, public sector, and private sector. All the sectors are open for us. You can work in any of the sector. Then there are research opportunities for civil engineers. Either you can do your MS or MTech, or you can pursue your PhD, or you can become a scientist. So from the management point of view, if you want to do management course after engineering, then we have MBA program, then we have post diploma programs, and also there is an institute called as NICMAR for post diploma, etc. Okay, or you can be a self-employed, or you can take a software, or we have law also. Okay, so options are plenty. Universe of options are available for civil engineers. And I would like to tell that the portfolio ministry. So civil engineering is having around 4 ministry. Okay, so we have a department. We have a portfolio for drinking water and sanitation, which is renamed as Ministry of Jal Shakti, Government of India. Then we have Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. If you have done a master's in environmental engineering, you get placed in Environment, Forest and Climate Change Department. Then we have Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Department of Water Resource. So this is the only branch where around 4 ministries or nodal agencies are there, and opportunities are plenty here. So in the government sectors, the opportunities like you can either write engineering service exams, border road engineering service exam, Indian Railway Service of Engineers, Indian Railway Store, Central Engineering Service, Survey of India, Indian Defence, Military, Central Water, Indian Skill Development, Military Engineering, Central Public Work Department, etc. Opportunities are plenty. Okay, so these I have listed few. So these are the different government sectors. Then in state government jobs, you have Karnataka Public Works Department, that is KPWD, RDPR, that is Rural Development and Panchayat Raj Department, CREDL, that is Karnataka Renewable Energy Development Limited, which is recently started, BWSSB, Bangalore Water Supply and Sewerage Board, then SSLR, that is Department of Survey Settlements and Land Records. These are the different state jobs that are available, and many more jobs are there, but I could not list them here. Okay, so these are the few. Then you can try for central public sectors like MRPL that we have in Mangaluru, Mangalore Petro Chemicals and Refineries, Mangalore Refineries and Petrochemical Limited, MCF is there, KIOCL is there. there are around 293 central public sector enterprise. But the only thing is, GATE, you have to write GATE exam. Okay. So private sectors are there. N number of private sectors are there. The very well-known sectors like L&T is there. We have Shapoorji and Palanji, which is a sister concern of Afcons Infrastructure Limited. Then we have DSC, East Coast Construction, etc. So there are plenty of research opportunity if you are interested in doing research, and if you are interested in R&D, there are plenty research opportunities available. We have National Building Construction Council, that is NBCC, for research. Then we have CSRI, that is Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, especially for structural engineering and environmental engineering. We have Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru. Then many IITs are there, NITs are there, state universities are there, deemed universities are there, and regional engineering, of course, colleges are there to help you in Excel if you are very much interested in research. Okay. So from the point of government, so there are very big projects, upcoming and ongoing projects, like we have Jal Jeevan Mission, which is about 3.5 lakh crore rupee. So very vast opportunity for civil engineers. Then we have infrastructure development project, which is worth 100 lakh crores. Then we have Bharat Mala project, which is about again about 100 lakh crore, 10 lakh crore, sorry. Then Sagar Mala project, which is estimated to be around 8 lakh crore. So opportunities are there. The only thing is we should be exposed to those opportunities. So once you get the exposure, then automatically you can find jobs. Okay. So the upcoming projects from National Building NBCC, few are there: redevelopment of Netaji Nagar, New Delhi. So we have Charbagh railway station in Lucknow. So these are the upcoming projects from NBCC. So integrated exhibition convention center is there. Then we have Dr. Ambedkar International Center, World Trade Center at Guwahati. So these are the upcoming projects, the opportunities for civil engineers. Yes. Now, the next slide tells us about the renowned civil engineers of India. The very most renowned civil engineer is Sir M. Vishweshwaraya, Diwan of Mysore. And we all know the contribution of Sir MV in the field of civil engineering. So he has made tremendous contribution, and we are proud to be a civil engineer because of Sir M. Vishweshwaraya and his contribution towards the humanity and towards the construction. And likewise, we have engineer E. Sridharan, Metro Man of India, ex-MD of Delhi Metro Rail. Then we have S. N. Subramanian, the CEO and MD of L&T, a very popular civil engineer. And we have Cyrus Mistry, who is also a civil engineer, ex-chairman of Tata Sons. So we are really proud of these renowned civil engineers from India. So I'm very proud to make a statement that Engineers Day in India is celebrated to commemorate the birthday of Bharat Ratna Sri Mokshagundam Vishweshwaraya. And I would like to just share a tweet made by our Prime Minister, His Excellency Narendra Modi. Engineers are synonymous with diligence and determination. Human progress would be incomplete without their innovative zeal. So he has greeted us on the Engineers Day on 15 September 2019. Okay, so this makes us feel proud to be civil engineers, and we can also explore the opportunities in this field. So with this, I request you and I welcome you to join civil engineering, and let's build a great nation. So we have the details of the civil engineering in SJEC. So the CET code is E129, St. Joseph Engineering College, Vamanjuru, Mangaluru. So we are very happy to see more civil engineers in the future, so that we can be a developed nation. So with this, I, on behalf of SJEC and entire faculty fraternity from the Department of Civil Engineering, wish you all the very best for your future. So with this, I thank you all And for any queries, you can contact me via email, and my email ID is prashantk@sjc.ac.in. So before I end my presentation, I would just like to share a video where our proud alumni, Miss Mahima, have given us, has shared a few message for the civil engineering aspirants. Okay, so a small video.
I owe a lot of my success to my teachers. SJEC is blessed with a wonderful team of faculties. There is a great clarity in teaching and also systematic way of teaching. Excellent libraries, laboratories are also available. There is a favorable environment to study both in college campus as well as in hostels. I have always received best support from management, teaching faculties, and technical staff. Their support and expectations made me to work hard. Our HOD, our director also always pushed me towards achieving this success. Believe in yourself. Nothing is impossible. Learn the things to earn the knowledge, not just to score the marks in the examination. Always have a curiosity to learn the new things. Focus on your dreams, not just to examinations. Always learn the things with happy, joy, and passion. Do not get engaged in last minute studies because it just remains in short-term memory, which will be of no use in the future. Major part of the learning happens inside the classroom. So just concentrate in the class. I strongly recommend SJEC, the place to join and build our future. My dancing and extracurricular activities always kept me busy, and I was able to plan well and effectively utilize my time. Dancing helped me to increase my concentration level and also helped me to be relaxed. Moreover, it increased my happiness and joy. In SJEC, you will get plenty of opportunities and platforms where you can showcase your talents. Want to crack GATE exam and then pursue masters and then take up teaching as my profession, and also want to start a dance academy so that I can pass on whatever I have studied from my gurus. I will always want to be a part of SJEC. I hope I will join SJEC again as a faculty someday because, as they say, great stories begin at SJEC.
So with this,
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. You are muted, sir.
hello, madam.
Yeah.
I
Thank
have
you
done
for
with my presentation.
yeah. Thank you for the wonderful session, sir. There are one or two questions from the participants. So the first question is, what is the opportunity?
Yes, madam. Hello, madam.
Just a minute, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry for the inconvenience, sir. Just 5 minutes.
Okay, madam. No problem.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
I have got a few questions over here.
Okay, sir.
It was given in the chat box of me. So I'll just we'll just discuss those. First one is, sir, which subject is most important for civil engineering? That was the first question which was given for me in the private chat box.
Okay, so let me answer to this. So there is, like I want to tell you that all the subjects in civil engineering are very important. So there are no specific subject which is having more priority or less priority. So whatever subject you study in civil engineering are very important when you go to your a site. So for practical knowledge, the theoretical part plays a crucial role. So all the subjects are interrelated to each other. So you should not prioritize any of the subject. You have to study well in all the subjects.
The second question is, what are the previous knowledge that we have to have before joining civil engineering?
Yeah, very good question. So before you join civil engineering, mathematics is a subject which is very essential. Okay, a good mathematics, or even though if you do not have a good mathematics, you can learn when you join civil engineering. So the prerequisite here would be maths.
Thank you, sir. As of now, with the time being 11:30 is almost up, I would like to call upon our beloved HOD to speak a few words. All the queries will be answered via email. Also, feedback link will be posted. Please fill the feedback link. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. Good morning to all. Sir, I am audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good morning to all. And first of all, I would like to extend my gratitude to our resource persons today, our own faculty, our colleague, Mr. Prashant Kodekar, to deliver a very interesting insights in civil engineering. It was very useful for the budding engineers. And I am also, I extend my thanks to all participants, because these sessions, why we are take foot for of you means, because a lot of queries has getting us regarding what are the subjects we have to study, what are the jobs we will get, what are the scope of civil engineering. So that made us, that motivated us to conduct this webinar, give some lights to what are the things going in civil engineering area. That is the motivation to conduct this webinar. So I thank all the participants for patience hearing, and I welcome all to the civil engineering branch and to study and make this, to make our nation bigger. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful insights in civil engineering. Civil engineering is only branch which we can build our dream. So the feedback link of our webinar has been shared in the chat box. We give 2 minutes time for the participants to go to the link and fill the feedback form. At exactly 11:30, we'll end the session. Thank you. Thank you so much for attending.